What's up, what's up, what's up, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to Operation Underground's 2020 Rise Up for Children. Make some noise if you care about kids. I'm gonna get rid of this. My name is Colin. Yes, there it is. My name is Colin Karcher. I'm the founder of Save the Kids. So happy to be here today. We have an amazing night in store for you. Before we start, I'm going to do something that I have not been able to do with a crowd like this since March 13th. And that is, I need you all to stand up real fast. Everyone get up for a second. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Get the blood flowing. Here we go. I have not been able to do this. If you know me, I'm a big fan of connection and hugs. And I believe in something called 8-second hugs. If you came with someone you know or love, turn to them and you're going to hug them for 8 seconds. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, keep going, it's weird. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 3/4. All right, 8. All right, sit down. There we go. Sit down, sit down. We are here tonight to talk about children. We are here tonight to talk and raise awareness about human trafficking, especially our kids. Let me share some stats. We hear about this, and we hear about it going off in far-off lands. But did you know right here in the States, in the United States of America, in the land of freedom, every year over 200,000 kids are sold into slavery. That's 550 per day. That's 24 every hour. Some of those kids live around here. And we have to be their voice. 2020 is the year where we don't put up with any nonsense and injustice anymore for anyone. And this is the year where we fight for people, where we fight for kids. And tonight is all about that. So we have an amazing night planned. Thank you so much for coming. Round of applause for you guys. Let's get this thing going. It is my honor to introduce to you a warrior for kids. I barged into his office 2 years ago. I banged on the door. I said, let me come in and talk to you. He said, come in, son. And that's where this all started. My movement was Save the Kids. Please welcome to the stage the just re-elected Attorney General for Utah, Mr. Sean Reyes.
Thank you. Not quite re-elected, but almost. Thank you so much, Colin.
When you're holding the mic,
maybe my mic wasn't working. How are you feeling today? World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. Let me hear you, Utah. That was pretty good. That was kind of like California level. No offense to our California friends watching out there. I'm from Cali. I need Utah spirit. One more time, Utah. How are you feeling today? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for rising up, for raising your voices. Thank you for your prayers. We feel them. When we're on ops and 50,000 of you are together praying, we feel that across the world. And the reason we can feel that, the reason we're here today to celebrate with this group is because of a visionary generational leader.
Okay. I thought he was introducing me with my time.
No.
Okay.
Movie producer, he was a former superstar agent for our federal government in the United States, rescuing kids around the world.
sure.
But he didn't feel like he could do enough. So he gave up his badge, his pension, everything that was comfortable to him, and he and his amazing wife, Catherine, in 2013, with a whole bunch of faith and a lot of prayers, started Operation Underground Railroad with a hope and a vision that they could create a movement that would awaken people around the world, that they could rescue kids and then take those survivors and empower them to reclaim their lives again. And you here today are a living testament to that vision. Give yourselves a big round of applause. Thank you so much. All of you abolitionists, all of you O.U.R. supporters, and everyone who is a partner of O.U.R. There are so many organizations O.U.R. works with and supports. They're not doing it alone. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when the annals of history, when the history books are written in the future and they look back, on this day when human trafficking is the fastest growing criminal enterprise globally, when there are more modern day slaves than ever before on earth, when they look back, they will look back and hear and respect the name Tim Ballard, just like many of us look back at the abolitionists, the great abolitionists of the past, Harriet Beecher Stowe, Harriet Tubman, Frederick Douglass. Before Tim and O.U.R. and other organizations like this, Utah had a failing grade in F from Shared Hope International, a wonderful organization. Because of O.U.R. and Tim Ballard, today, Utah is the tip of the spear, not just here in the United States, but globally in the fight to liberate children from sex trafficking, from labor trafficking, keep giving them a hand, from organ harvesting, from illegal adoptions. And you are an integral part of it. Please, every way that you can, Tim will talk about this more, give back, extend your voice out there, share your light, throw your love and your prayers worldwide, because there are children today who've given up hope. They've stopped praying because they don't believe anyone's looking for them. But thanks to Tim Ballard and Operation Underground Railroad, we are sending hope all around the world. I want to mention this too. Before Tim and International Justice Mission and O.U.R. and so many great organizations, far too many criminals, predators, bought, sold, and exploited children without any fear at all. They knew no one was looking for them. They knew no one was coming after them. Thank goodness, ladies and gentlemen, with your support today, traffickers around the world stay up at night because of Operation Underground Railroad. Traffickers fear the name Tim Ballard, and he needs your support, your voices, and your prayers. Before I bring him out onto stage, we want to show you a clip from ABC News about an operation in 2014 that really put O.U.R. on the map. These are covert operations. It wasn't intended to be public. But after all the media attention, movies were made about it. In 2014, Tim went down and led 3 separate teams in 3 distinct cities, simultaneously taking down traffickers in the largest human trafficking rescue on record in the history of the world, liberating over 120 children in just 1 hour. And ladies and gentlemen, that was only the beginning. Since then, O.U.R. has expanded to dozens of more countries. They're in every continent, and they need your help. So I'm going to invite you to watch this clip, and after it's over, please bring out a modern-day Captain America, one of my dearest friends and brothers, Timothy Ballard. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the clip, and then let's bring Tim out.
This is the CBS Evening News with Scott Perry. Dozens of children were saved from slavery when agents rushed in to break up a sex trafficking ring. Last weekend, police broke up a major sex trafficking ring in Colombia, which has become a destination for tourists looking for sex with boys and girls. The police had help from an American who went undercover to rescue the children, and Elaine Quijano met him.
Tim Ballard has one mission: to track down child traffickers. 4 months ago, Colombian authorities asked him to investigate a tip that children were being sold there as sex slaves.
Within a half hour, this individual walks up to me, starts asking me what I'm here for, what I want, and within minutes, he says, well, I've got kids as young as 11 years old.
Ballard, a former Homeland Security agent, now heads up Operation Underground Railroad, a nonprofit group that rescues trafficked kids. After that first meeting, the Colombians asked him to put together a sting.
No men will be in here, only women.
Operation Underground Railroad spent months planning, renting this house, rigging it with hidden cameras to document the crime, coordinating with Colombian authorities, and negotiating with the traffickers.
How they find these kids is they lure them in by pretending to have a modeling agency. They target them at 9 or 10 years old. And they were telling us that about by 11, they're ready for sex. They're ready to be sold.
What is that like, looking into that kind of person's eyes?
It's horrifying, and this is why. Because I've got a smile in the face of evil. This is the table where we're going to do the negotiation.
Less than 24 hours after the operatives landed, the suspected traffickers arrived on the island, and the final deal with the undercover team began. 54 boys and girls aged 11 to 18 were ushered in for what had been billed as a sex party. They were given candy and drinks and told to wait in this small room.
This little 11-year-old boy, I remember, he asked one of my operatives if they could give him some cocaine or something. He said, they usually give me something because I'm really scared.
By the time the deal was done, the alleged traffickers were set to make $25,000. That transaction was never completed. 25 Colombian special operatives stormed the party, arresting 5 suspects, 4 men and 1 former beauty queen, all charged with child trafficking. The victims, 29 of whom are under 18, were evacuated, given medical exams, and placed in a rehabilitation center where specialists are working to undo the damage.
Right before I got in the boat, we had to walk by this room where the kids were, and they put their hand up. And I touched their hand and see that there's liberation now.
Liberating one child at a time. Elaine Quijano, CBS News, New York.
And we'll be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, stand up if you like, for former United States Special Agent Timothy Ballard.
Wow, thank you guys. Thank you, Sean Reyes. Thank you. We have the most incredible... Oh, thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. We are so grateful. We can do nothing without our army. You are that army of light. You keep us in the game. You send us on our missions. It truly is you. And we're so grateful. We started this operation in Utah for a reason, because of the very light that we're feeling right now. It's you. We thank you. Sean, I can't say enough. Sean is a hero. He has been with us from day one. We are grateful. I'm grateful. My kids are grateful. They're safer because we have him as our Attorney General. Truly a man of the people and a true public servant. So thanks to Sean. All right, guys, we are so excited to get loud. Nobody in the history of the world until right now truly has gotten this loud. We're in 150 cities, from London to Hawaii to Canada and everywhere in the United States. If you've been watching all day, people have been rising up, getting loud for the kids, and everything kind of culminates tonight. I'm going to be back in a minute to talk a little bit more, but first, help me welcome to the stage the national parks.
O.U.R. fam, how you doing? It is so amazing to be up here looking out at proof of how much good there is in the world and how many people are ready to fight and rise up for the kids. Thank you so much for being here. Who's ready to make some memories tonight? eyes have been staring at the ceiling for a while. Now my heart's got this feeling. My eyes, there must be more for seeing. And I know that everybody's dreaming. They grow like titans, or it seems. And I know, I must be planted for a reason. You could be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower. Yeah, I could be a wildflower. And underneath the sea of stars, I'll bloom to make it through to where everything could be ours. If you could be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower. I believe the rains are coming. Wait, I know it seems like miles and miles away, but I believe that everything's about to change. You could be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower. Yeah, I could be a wildflower. And underneath the sea of stars, I'll bloom to make it through to where everything could be ours. If you could be my open skies, and I could be a wildflower. You could be my open skies. You could be my open skies. You could be my open skies. On a breathless night like this, does your mind start to drift? Where does it go? All that I know is I can hear you like a melody. Sometimes it feels like you were next to me. In the light of a blue moon, I've been holding on, it's true. I've been hoping you'll come through. If you wait for me, I'll wait for you. If you wait for me, I'll wait for you. In the light of a blue. In the light of a blue moon. And with every step I walk, I get closer or more lost. Is it written above in the glow? All that I know is I still see you like a memory. Wonder what it'd be breathless night like this. On a breathless night like this. Does your mind drift like my mind drifts to you? In the light of blue, holding on, it's true. I've been hoping you'll come through. You wait for me, I'll wait for you. In the light of blue,
In the light of blue.
in the light of blue. In the light of blue moon. If you wait for me, I'll wait for you. In the light of a blue moon. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. We need you to sing with us tonight. Utah, are you ready for that? We got to hear it as loud as you can. Ooh, don't leave me like this, don't leave me like this. I belong to you. All right, that's what you'll sing. Ready? Ooh, don't leave me like this, don't leave me like this. I belong to you. Yeah. Oh, how I long for the wind. It was here and blew away. And like an anchor in the sand, I was forced to stay. Here we go. Ooh, don't leave me like this, don't leave me like this. I belong to you. All right, louder now, let's go. Ooh, don't leave me like this, don't leave me like this. I belong to you.
Boy, I'll sweep you off your feet when I am there to stay, and I'll be yours to keep. Oh, you'll never have to say, ooh, ooh, don't leave me like this, don't leave me like this. I belong to you.
Sing it, Utah.
Ooh, don't leave me like this, don't leave me like this. I belong to you.
Oh, yes I do. All right, here we go.
Ooh, don't leave me like this. I belong to you.
One more time, as loud as you can.
Ooh, don't leave me like this, don't leave me like this. I belong to you.
Woo! Oh, yeah. How'd that feel? All right, y'all. I got a serious question for you. That question is, can you feel it? I said, can you feel it? O.U.R. fam, can you feel it? There's something in the air, I sense it, like the wind changed direction. I can hear the storm, it's rumbling, sounds like a freight train coming.
Oh, it's a current, electric, fire, magnetic, city streets at night. An eruption, explosion, an earthquake, commotion, cabaret bursts of light.
I can feel it.
Oh, it's like the stars align.
I can feel it.
Tonight's the night I come alive.
I can feel it. It's all coming into my view. My eyes see for miles, I'm on the move. Look now, the water's raging. Feels like the times have changed.
Oh, it's a current, electric, a fire, magnetic, city and streets at night. An eruption, explosion, an earthquake, commotion, cabaret bursts of light.
I can feel it.
Oh, it's like the stars align.
I can feel it.
Tonight's the night I come alive.
I can feel it. I can feel All right, y'all. Can you feel it? There's something in the air, I sense it. I can feel it. Can you feel it? Oh, it's like the stars align. I can feel it.
Tonight's the night I come alive.
I can feel it. I can feel it.
Electric, fire, magnetic.
Oh, it's like the stars align. I can feel it.
Eruption, explosion, earthquake, commotion.
Tonight's the night I come alive. I can feel it. I can feel it. Y'all are amazing. We watch the sunrise through the windows of our car, passing giants on the road, standing guard in the dark. And I saw you, so then in secret, oh, I felt like the jumper off the bridge, and the water down out in the forest. I've seen monsters chasing dreams, and that's where I saw me. I was chasing too. Thank you so much. What an amazing night. What an amazing day to raise awareness for such an important and critical cause. This is incredible to see all of you out here. Thank you for being here and supporting. Make some noise, y'all. We are the National Parks. We have some shirts and vinyls back there, and a portion of the proceeds will go to O.U.R. So go check that out. And we feel so much love up here for you, for all of you right now. Thank you for being here. We got 2 songs left. This is a brand new song. We've never played it live before. So what do you say we go as hard as we can, y'all? Woo! I've been waiting, never knowing if it's changing, ooh. But a broken heart can be a reason to start brand new. And I wanna find what's on the horizon, the horizon. I wanna find what's on, the horizon. Moving prison. Thank you all so much. O.U.R, make some noise! You beautiful, beautiful people. We got one song left. We're gonna need you on this one. You ready? It's called As We Ran. Thank you guys so much for being here. What an amazing night. Let's go. Stand up for this one. Down and covered us in white, and the world below was like a rolling sea. So we watched from the tallest peak. Yeah, we were singing, if you'll be mine. O.U.R, make some noise! Make some noise! Let me hear you scream! Looking out at y'all is amazing. You can feel the love, you can see the light. Y'all are the light in a dark world. Keep shining, keep being you, keep fighting, never stop. All right, do me a favor. I need everybody to get low. Get low, go ahead. Get low. In just a second, I'm gonna need you to jump as high as you possibly can. Are you guys ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, jump! You
Let's give it up for the national parks one more time. Let's give it up for the front row dancers. There we go. That was the most fun we've had in months, my gosh. Everyone, sit back down, catch your breath. We're going to move on to the next part. I am about to do something that is completely off-brand. I'm going to ask you all to pull out your smartphones right now. You got it? You got it. Who's got their phones? If you don't have a smartphone, you're even better. Pull out your Gab phones. We're not just here to party. We're not just here to raise awareness. We got to raise some money right over here. my.rrescue.org/rise up. You can use your PayPal app. Send me $5, $10. It's all going to the cause. So get your phones out. Donate some money. Thank you so much. Now, our next guest, just this morning, due to some unforeseen circumstances, could not make it. And she was so sad. But this morning, she put together a video for all the kids who are dying to see her. We're going to cue this up over here. Get up for our friend and a huge supporter of O.U.R, Lindsey Stirling.
Years ago, when I started my career, and especially when I first started to see signs that it was actually going somewhere, and I had this moment of, oh my gosh, this is going to work. And it terrified me. And I remember in that moment, I knelt down and I said a prayer to God. And I promised him that no matter where he took me, no matter where this journey led, that I would do everything in my power to be a light to the world. Fast forward a few years, I met Tim Ballard and I heard about Operation Underground Railroad, and I was shocked. Like so many of you, I went through that same experience of being absolutely horrified and shocked that human trafficking exists. And I was so motivated, and then I became so afraid to talk about it because I thought, this goes against my mission statement. I've made a promise to God to be a light. How can I talk about something that is so dark? I want everything I do to be uplifting to people. So I felt like I just could not be a part of something that delves into darkness like this. I prayed about it a lot. And after a year of trying to avoid it, I came to this realization that more important than focusing on just being this light and hoping people will come to me, I needed to make sure that my light was strong enough to be taken to those in darkness. I know the only reason that I am the artist that I am and that I get to speak to you today is because I've made promises to God, and although I'm far from perfect, I've tried my best to stand true to those promises, and it has given me power. When you align yourself with God's work, when you align yourself with a cause that is greater than yourself, you will feel an extra amount of power in your life, and you will see miracles in your life, and I promise you that. The song that I've chosen to play today is called Between Twilight, and I wrote it to be the lullaby of the moon singing to all of us. And I've always thought the moon was so brave because the moon shows up every night to be a light in darkness. And whether it's a big full moon or whether it's a tiny sliver, it shows up no matter how weak or how strong it is. And you know, it's this constant reminder every time I look at the moon that I can show up no matter how strong I'm feeling or no matter how weak and insignificant I may feel. We all have light to share, and we are strong enough to share it in darkness.
Lindsey Ballard, ladies and gentlemen. Let her hear it wherever she is. Let her hear it. Woo! She learned that from me. Thank you. It is my pleasure next to introduce the CEO founder of O.U.R, which will be here in a second. Are we ready? Are we ready? Hillary? No, let's roll this out. I'm going to tell you a quick story real fast while we're waiting for Tim to walk over from his helicopter that I loaned him. We talk about this happening in far-off lands, and we think it's something that doesn't happen right here. I got a message last week from a 14-year-old girl who lives about 2 miles over there. And she said, Colin, I want to share with you my story. She said, I was a slave to a predator for 3 months, for my entire last summer. For 3 months. I couldn't leave my bedroom. He dictated my life, and I was a slave. And I said, how'd this happen? She said, I found this friend. Some guy messaged me. He said he was my age. He found me on an app called Snapchat, which is the devil. Isn't it? She said, I found a boy messaged me on Snapchat, an app I use and so many of your kids use. And she said, he said, hey, I like you. We started talking back and forth. And then he did what so many of these predators do, is they go after these kids by manipulating them. Asked to send photos. Hey, here's some photos of me. Send some of you. Send some back. Here's some of me. All this time, she thought it was a 15-year-old boy. Just someone who cared about her, someone on Snapchat. Turned out that this was not a 15-year-old boy. This was a 50-year-old man in Illinois who then said, if you don't keep sending me these videos of yourself, I'm going to exploit you. I'm going to share these with all of your friends. I know your friends. I have your friend list on Instagram. I have your friend list everywhere on Facebook. I'm going to expose these to you if you can't come up with more and more of these videos. And she said, I was a slave in my own bedroom by a sexual abuser who lived far away. He wasn't even in my house. And that's the problem with some of this technology today. Parents, please understand that some of this technology that your kids have, they can be abused and exploited by people who don't even live in their same country. And some of these kids in our area, it's happening to them. And some of you kids here, it's happened to you. And if it's happened to you, it's not your fault. I asked this girl, I said, when did it all turn around? She said, I finally one day at lunch, one of my guy friends at lunch said, hey, I could tell something's wrong. He said, what's up? I can tell something's off. Tell me what's happening. And she said, I just bawled my eyes out at lunch. I told him everything, and then he cried with me. Vista Heights Middle School, right there in Saratoga Springs. This is happening here. Parents, please, if anything, understand that the wolves out there know the kids are bored, sitting at home, looking for love and affection. And if we're too busy to give it to them, they're going to find it somewhere. We don't want them to find it from the places like Snapchat. So please have conversations with your kids and love them. And kids, if this has happened to you, which I know it has to a lot, some of you, it's okay. It's not your fault. Just tell someone you know. Tell a friend, tell a grandpa, tell an aunt, tell me, I don't care. And we'll get you some help. And now, with my, yes, please welcome the founder, CEO, my hero. Give it for Tim Ballard.
Thank you so much, Colin. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Today, someone showed me something that in 1956, on this date, July 30th, Dwight Eisenhower signed a law that mandated "In God We Trust" on all our paper currency. I don't think it was a coincidence that July 30th is that day, because we could do nothing without God. Everything we do is in prayer, especially for these children. I want to tell you a prayer story. And I want you to have a prayer in your heart, because we have an operation. We're going back and forth, all these marches, demonstrations, and we're planning a major operation right now with over 50 victims that are going to be rescued in the next 48 hours. I can't give you more details, but you'll hear about it very soon. But I want to tell you a story. We were once in a situation in the country of Haiti where we were about to arrest the worst trafficker and her minions. There was a woman and her minions, and we didn't know if we should arrest her or not because we couldn't find her children. The children she was controlling, we didn't know where they were. And we thought, if we arrest her now and she doesn't talk, what do? We prayed, and we thought, we have our chance now, let's get her, and prayed that God will show us where those kids are. And so we get in the car and we head up the street, and we're like T-minus 3 minutes from arresting her and her minions, and we're praying. In fact, I sent out a prayer roll to distribute to thousands of people. If you're on that prayer roll, thank you. If you're not, get on it. Go to O.U.R. Rescue. You'll just get messages. Get on your knees now. We need a prayer. And we're literally praying on our way up. And then as the prayer ends, we're now T-minus 2 minutes. One of my videographers jumps back, and I said, "What are you doing?" He has this roll of duct tape. And he starts wrapping duct tape with a little GoPro camera around one of the helmets of the Haitian SWAT police officers who's about to make the arrest. I said, "We don't have time for this. What are you doing?" He says, "I don't know. This guy needs a camera on his head." I said, "All right, whatever." T-minus 30 seconds, boom, we're out of the van. We arrest the bad guys, and now we're praying, "God, where are the kids? They got to be close. Where are they?" And we look across the street, and you're going to see some footage here. This red door opens up. And out walks these 3 children who are dressed to be sold. Shattered looks on their faces. And then a police officer, a Haitian police officer, steps out behind them. And he's distraught. He's almost like just kind of off. And he says, "I lost him. I lost him." I said, "What do you mean you lost him?" He's like, the predators, they were in here abusing the kids, and I lost them. And all of a sudden, I hear from behind me, that same videographer who made that silly move. He says, "No, you didn't lose them. There's 20 SWAT officers on this operation." And he says, "You didn't lose them." I said, "What are you talking about?" He walks up, and the lights, the headlights, it's dark, I can't see, and then I look closely as he rips the GoPro off the helmet. He said, "This is the cop that got the GoPro. Of the 15, 20 cops here, this was the one that got it." And then we watched that video, and we were able to identify those predators, and maybe more importantly, we caught something on tape that I've never, ever seen before. We literally, when he went through the door, we captured evidence of a child being abused like I've never seen, which is horrifying, and no one will ever see that, and it's locked away in evidence. But that evidence will put those traffickers and that organization away for the rest of their lives, and it will be a witness against them for eternity for what they did. Then the miracle continues. 24 hours later, the girls still aren't talking, and they're with our aftercare director, Jessica Mass. If you know her, she's a hero, she's amazing. She's actually on location right now for this rescue operation to make sure that those who we rescue get what they need. And she's talking to this girl, and she says, her first words to Jessica, "Can I really have hope?" And she said, "Of course." She said, "Is this really over?" She's like, "It's over. You are safe. And by the way, several of the kids we rescued had children due to the circumstance they were in, and within 24 hours we recovered all the babies and got the babies back to the moms as well. And she says, "Can I have hope?" She says, "Yes." And then the little girl says, "Do you realize it was 8 years today? 8 years today that I was kidnapped." She was kidnapped the day after the big earthquake in Haiti. Her parents were killed in that earthquake. And this woman came up to her at 6 years old and said, "I will be your mother, I'll take care of you." That woman was the trafficker that we arrested, and she forced that little girl into a life of sex slavery until she was finally liberated. 2 other children also lost their family. Many did, but 2 other that are special to me lost their children in that earthquake, a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. And they were taken to an orphanage. At least that's what it said on the sign, and all the smoke and chaos and mayhem after the earthquake. A decent woman just saw these 2 children whose family was dead in the earthquake and took them to the local orphanage. That local orphanage was a trafficking center. It was a front. And what happened eventually is we went looking for a little boy. You know the story, you've watched it, the story of little Gardy Marty. And he was kidnapped by that same trafficking unit, that organization. And so when we went looking for him, we found those 2 little kids and 28 other children, and were able to rescue all of them. And those 2 little kids ended up joining our family. We adopted those 2 little kids, and they're with us today. And they're happy, and they're Utahns, and it's amazing. But all those stories, all those miracles began because of prayer, because of the prayer on that street that led us to those children, and so many more have been rescued because of prayer. We know that we can only do so much. We must rely on God to then bring us up. And we rely on God, and I think the greatest example to me that keeps me focused on God as the solution is my wife, Catherine, who insisted that she be the mother of those 2 children. And she rarely makes a public appearance, but she came out tonight. Please welcome to the stage my hero, my wife, Catherine.
Thank you, everyone. We are overwhelmed by the response that this has received. Just wow. This group here, the one that walked on the Capitol earlier, and all over the world. And I know most of you probably just saw the video that we did. So you know about CNF. You know that adoption has become near and dear to my heart. It didn't start out that way, and because I am able to have lots of children, so I never thought that I would adopt. And but it just became the right thing, and now I just want to put that out for all of you out there, that if adoption sounds like the right thing, then you know where to go. And open up your heart, open up your home. And I just, again, want to say thank you to everybody. This right here and what we've seen all over the world today, this is what will make the difference. Each one of you standing up and making a cause, making a case to help children. You are making the difference. So thank you so much.
I want to bring another of my heroes on the stage right now. One of my heroes who's not alive is a man named Silas Burgess, a man who was rescued on the original Underground Railroad. And from his life, we've learned so many things. His great-great-grandson is one of our ambassadors at Operation Underground Railroad, a friend for a long time, someone who's gone into the darkest places to help those in need, children, youth. You know him. He's an amazing individual. He's also a former NFL player who has won a Super Bowl and wears a Super Bowl ring. An amazing guy. Please help me welcome to the stage my friend, my hero, inspiration, Burgess Owens.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Big time. Thank you, guys. I won't take but a couple minutes. First of all, these guys have become two of our dearest friends, and I just love you guys. Thank you so much. When I was 12 years old, living in deep South Tallahassee, in days of segregation, I found a hero. And the hero was Harriet Tubman. What I loved about Harriet Tubman, not just that she went out and escaped, she did what great Americans with a great vision who loved for their fellow man. She went back 20 times to rescue over 300 people. And I want to let you guys know how proud I am of you guys as being Americans. You represent the very best. You represent the Americans, the abolitionaries during the 1800s that allowed so many people to be free. And I'm an example of what happens generation later because of people who give their lives, give their hopes, give their homes just for a few minutes for someone seeking freedom. I'm going to tell you a real quick story. My great-great-grandfather, Silas Burgess, came to America in the belly of a slave ship. His mom was sold on the auction block in Charleston, South Carolina, to a very evil, evil man on the Burgess plantation. At 8 years old, he lost his mom, and he was blessed to be surrounded by men who believed in freedom, that were enslaved, that had shackles, but mentally they were free. And they took the risk of escaping, and they had the heart to take this young Silas with them. They went southwest out to Texas, Smithfield, Texas, where Silas grew up to become a pillar of his community. He owned 102 acres of land that he paid off in 2 years, started the first black church, the first black elementary school. And I can say this, the greatest gift he gave to my family was he learned a lesson, leaving that dark, dark experience of coming across the ocean in a slave ship, living on this dark plantation. He recognized the hearts of these good people as he traveled west, German and Mexican Americans, who opened up their homes, their barns, and gave them hope. And he also found out that they were good people with good hearts, Christians, that he could actually learn to forgive. So when he got out to Texas, he was a Christian. He loved Americans. He loved being American. He loved the opportunity, and he worked hard to give back to those kids coming behind him. I found out about Silas Burgess, my great-great-grandfather, 7 years ago. I was so blessed, though, to have known him through my dad. And that's the legacy that you have now as Americans. Understand that the time you take, the money you spend, the effort you come out like this, will one day, generations from now, be a young man or woman who is leaving a big impact because you made a difference, you gave hope at the right time. I thank you so much. Tim, the new Harriet Tubman, I love you guys so much. Seriously, I really love what you guys are doing. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Okay.
Stay right here. I want to, again, Harriet Tubman, she is my hero. Most of all because she was a praying daughter of God. Everything she did was by prayer. Just like I was talking about earlier, this is a day of prayer for us because only God can really liberate and heal. And we need to call on God. Again, I ask you to pray for our operators. In the next 48 hours, a massive operation is going down. I want you to pray for little Gardy Marty. You know that story, you just saw it. We are renewing our efforts. We have new strategies. We are going to be praying for him as well. We are going to find that little boy this year. I'm confident of it, but we need you to pray for that. And we can pray confidently before God, and let me tell you why. Because there's very few times that we know in the scriptural record where God gets very, very upset. Righteous indignation, but it's like mafioso kind of upset. Because you heard what he said, you've read what he said. It's better that a millstone be wrapped around your neck and you be tossed into the sea than that you would hurt one of these little ones. So God did not mix words there. We know where he stands, and we need to stand by him in his efforts to liberate those children. And I want to do something, I hope you don't mind. I want to offer a prayer right now and pray with all of you. Would you be willing to do that? And before we do that, I want to bring onto the stage the father of little Gardy Marty, so we can join and pray with us as we pray for his son. Please welcome to the stage my friend, in many ways the godfather of Operation Underground Railroad, in as much as he once said to me, here he is right here, everybody, Guesno Marty. Come over here, Guesno. Guesno once said to me after we did a rescue operation, looking for his son. His son wasn't there. We ended up liberating 28 kids, including the 2 children that are now our children from that operation. And when I told Guesno that his son wasn't there, we both were in tears. Until I told him that we rescued 28 kids, and he said, well, why are we crying? I said, because I'm worried about the one we didn't get. And he said, if I have to give up my son so that all this happened, so that you came down and your teams came down and these 28 kids were rescued, that is a burden I'm willing to bear. And not only 28 now have been saved looking for Gardy, but over 500 kids in Haiti have been rescued looking for his son. And then it went beyond Haiti. It's now over 4,000 in 26 countries. It's time to bring this little boy home. It's time to rescue all the others. Please, if you don't mind, please bow with me. We'll hold hands up here as we pray. Our dear Father in heaven, we come before thee, your sons and daughters here, who love you so much, who love your children. And we ask, Father, that you will bless those children. We know they are alone. We know they are lonely. We know that they feel there may be no hope. Please comfort them. Send your angels to them to watch over them. Send your angels to our law enforcement partners, to our operators on the ground. Lead us to those children, Father, we pray. And those children who are hidden behind those red doors all through the world, who don't believe that door will ever open. Bless them, Father. Bless that those doors will open, that righteous women and men will enter and liberate them. Father, we plead that we can find Gardy. Millions of prayers have gone up, and we will not believe they've gone up in vain. Those prayers we believe will be answered. We believe Gardy is alive. And Father, we need you to lead us to him. Bless Guesno, bless his family to remain courageous through this until we bring Gardy home and all the others home as well, is our prayer in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you guys so much. Next, we're gonna welcome to the stage a group of singers. You know them. They're dear friends, been friends for so long, supported us, did music videos for us, brought the spirit of liberty and righteousness and the spirit of rescuing children in their voice, through their voices, through their songs. Please welcome to the stage my very good friends, Gentry. Hey, what's up?
You're broken down and tired of living life on a merry-go-round. You can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we can walk it out. And mountains gonna walk it out. And mountains. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up.
I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the wave. I'll rise up, despite all the ache. I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again.
Let's hear you, everybody!
For you, for you, for you, for you. I hope when you take that jump, you don't fear the fall. I hope when the water rises, you build a wall. And I hope that you don't suffer, take the pain. I hope when the moment comes, you'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places of things that I did. With every broken bone, I swear I live.
I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times.
World could give it. I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000. I've so many places, the things that I did. I live, and I'll do it 1,000 times. That this world could give, with every broken bone, I swear every broken bone, I swear I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day,
I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid,
I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times.
Like this timid look on your face.
Thank you, everybody, so very, very much.
Awesome.
By way of quick introduction, my name is Brad. This is Bradley. That's Casey. And together we are Gentry, the Gentleman Trio. And we could not be more excited to be here tonight supporting a cause that is very, very near and dear to our hearts. For those of you that don't know, it's probably been mentioned here tonight, O.U.R. was founded back in 2013. Just a few short years later, it was our great privilege to come across and rub shoulders and meet Tim Ballard. And like many of you, we were instantly hooked, instantly heartbroken, and instantly encouraged by the opportunity to jump in and do something. And while we couldn't exactly go overseas and do these incredible, courageous operations, one thing we knew that we could do was use the talents that we had to make a small difference in the corner of the music world that we happened to be in. And so it was actually at a pre-screening of a film that they shot. It was a documentary film actually showing some of these rescue operations. And you could feel that the tense moments as these men entered the rooms and had to pose as these traffickers and do these very high tension negotiations. And at any moment, everything could be ruined and their lives could be in jeopardy. And yet they stuck it out, and then you would see these kids, sometimes just, again, heartbreakingly young, enter the room, and that's when their lives changed forever as the local authorities rushed in, liberated them. And we were so moved by that if we actually took footage from that documentary and put it in a music video. And if you haven't seen it, we're going to perform the song for you now. If you do nothing else tonight, at a minimum, take out your phone, share this video, share some video, tweet something, just do something to, at a minimum, raise awareness for this great cause that thrives in darkness. Let's shine a light on it. But in order to do this next song, we'd like to invite to the stage a very special guest, a brilliant musician and dear friend of ours. Please welcome Madeline Page.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'll be the one if you want me to.
Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I am feeling so small.
It was over my head. I knew nothing at all.
And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to crawl. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. In the arms of the angel, fly away from here, from this dark, cold hotel room and the endlessness that you fear. You are pulled from the wreckage of your silent reverie. You're in the arms of the angel. May you find some comfort here. Say something, I'm giving up on you. In the arms of the angel. Sorry that I couldn't get to fly away from here. Anywhere I would follow you. Pulled from the wreckage. Say something, I'm giving. Say something, I'm giving. I'm giving up on you. Say something. I'm giving up on you. I'm giving up on you. Thank you.
Too.
Colin.
Nice job, guys. Let's give it for Gentry, man on the page. Woo! Real quick, I'm going to introduce a good friend of mine for a second here. Who here knows the Osmonds? Anyone heard of them? Anyone heard of the Osmonds? Anyone heard of them? My favorite Osmond, Utah's out, David Osmond. Come on up, David.
Hey, little known fact, Colin's middle name is Osmond. Colin Osmond, our favorite Osmond. Thank you guys so much. Everybody doing all right out there? Awesome. Oh, I love you too. I think that might be my daughter. Thank you so much for being here. This is a big, significant day, worldwide awareness for anti-human trafficking. It's a hard subject to talk about, but it's a very important subject to talk about. And my buddy Tim Ballard just asked me to come up and introduce something very important that's going to be on these screens that you're going to see in a second. A couple months ago, Tim called me up, because we go back a long ways. Even before Operation Underground Railroad started, right when he was starting it, we met, and he told me about what his plans were. And it was the most impactful thing I'd ever heard in a long time. Again, a hard subject to talk about. What his plans were, you've seen. It's amazing the difference that he has made. His story is unbelievable, and it makes a great movie. And that's what he has. We're going to watch something incredible that is a trailer to this film, the beginning of Operation Underground Railroad. This film, what you saw with CBS, is just scratching the surface. And you're going to watch the world premiere of this movie, Sound of Freedom. You guys are the first ones to see this. Tim called me up a couple months ago, says, hey, David, I want you to come see this film. We just finished it. I want to get your take on it. The star of it, a guy named Jim Caviezel. Have you heard of Jim Caviezel? Count of Monte Cristo, The Passion of the Christ. Mira Sorvino's in the film, Academy Award winner. This is awesome. So I want to check this film out. By the way, when Tim says, who do I want to have play me in the film, his first choice, Jim Caviezel. And he answered the call and said, yes, I want to be Tim Ballard in a film. Guys, it is unbelievable. I watched this film, and when you watch it, get ready. It will just impact you so much. Tim asked me what my reaction was after I watched the film. And I'll be completely honest with you. It was frustration. It was anger, angst. I said, I'm mad. I'm angry about what is happening right in front of our face, right under our nose, in our own communities, everywhere in the world. This is the biggest problem ever. We got to do something about this. And the fact that you are here supporting this means that I know you also recognize that. You're doing something about it. So when this film comes out, when you see this, share it with your friends. It's going to change their lives. Again, it's not an easy topic, but we want to premiere the world premiere of this trailer, The Sound of Freedom. Pay attention to the screens on the side. Go ahead, guys. Here we go.
I don't think I can do this job, Tim. As soon as I lay down, all I see are those kids' faces. How long you been doing this? 12 years. How do you do it?
It is the fastest growing international crime network that the world has ever seen. It has already passed the illegal arms trade, and soon it's going to pass the drug trade.
Señor Timoteo, tú rescatas niños, ¿verdad? Quizá puedas ayudarme a encontrar a mi hermana.
Imagine walking into a room right now, seeing an empty bed. What will we do?
Shivering stars drift around in the sky.
We're Homeland Security. You know we can't go off rescuing kids in Colombia.
I like
This job tears you to pieces. This is my one chance to put those pieces back together.
We're talking about extracting an 11-year-old girl from an army of rebels.
Not just her. I'm talking about rescuing hundreds of kids.
She could be a block down the road, or she could be in Moscow, Bangkok, LA.
Over 2 million children a year are being sucked into the deepest recesses of hell. If we do nothing, someday it's gonna reach the likes of you. What if this was your daughter?
Wherever I go, I find my way home.
Wasn't that awesome? I'm so pumped for them. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done with this evening, but before we go, we're going to go with a huge, huge bang. We have a group of 40 or 50 of Utah's most awesome people besides you out there. They're going to come up on stage right now. Give them a round of applause as they come up. Some of the best, most amazing musicians here in Utah. We have one more amazing song that they're going to sing. It is the Rescue Song. Now, as they're walking up, let me just say that as of today, as of right now, donations as of this morning to O.U.R. just today are over $500,000. $500,000. And that was all from David. So let's match that. That was from Donnie. Right? Donnie, if you're watching at home, we need you to match this dollar for dollar. I know you have the money. So don't forget to donate on your way out. Not right now, of course. That'd be awkward. Socially shamed you. Was it fun? Yeah, till Colin socially shamed us. So excited for 40, 50 of our awesome Utah friends as they get ready to perform one more song for you, and there might be one final treat after that, so stay put. Get up for this amazing group of people singing the Rescue Song. Here we go.
Oh, dude, there's your girl. It's your girlfriend. Okay. It's your girlfriend right there.
That's not us. That's all right.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen.
I hear you whisper underneath your breath, yeah. I hear your SOS, your SOS, yes.
I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
Oh, there is no distance, oh, that cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor.
I hear you whisper underneath your breath.
I hear your SOS, your SOS.
Join us if you know it. Here we go, guys.
I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the darkest.
8 hours from now, like, they could be anywhere. With internet. They could be leaving in like 6 hours.
Job.
Wow, what if they're going to McCall, Idaho? My brother.
Hey guys, we're gonna do one more last song. I need you guys, but here's the thing. I need you guys moving and shaking and grooving from the front to the back, all the way to Thanksgiving Point. Are you guys ready for this? Okay, this is what I need you to do, okay? It's really simple. The chorus, really simple. It goes, I get knocked down. Will you say that after 3? 1, 2, 3. No, you need to say it like someone's paying you. One more time. Ready? After 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, the reason why I wanted to sing this song is this gentleman right here. Tim, can you come here a second? Okay. Let me tell you something, man. This was a few years ago where I first got to meet Tim, and he talked about his dream. He has never changed. He has never wavered from that dream, even when only one person was listening, and then there was 5, and then every year when people just thought, that's weird, don't have time for it, that's not really what I'm about. Every time he kept getting knocked down, he kept getting back up again. Every time someone was telling him, don't talk about this kind of stuff, because it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, you're just going to bring down people's light, right? Like what Lindsey said. He said, no, man, I got a calling. It's a higher calling. And when a higher calling tells you to do something, you can't stop. And there's many people like this man who have that, but there's no one like him and what he's doing. So I wanted to sing this song, right? It's called I Get Knocked Down. But I need you to say it really loud. So you don't have to sing because you told me you didn't sing. But that's a lie, because your wife says you do a little Frank Sinatra every now and then. Don't lie. Okay, so this is really simple, right? We're going to get everyone to say, after 3, you're going to go, I get knocked down, really loud, okay? All right, we're going to start the song. Let's cue the song. But thank you guys for coming. Thank you for supporting this man. Are you ready? Okay, get your dancing shoes. We're going to go. Yes, listen. I've been boxing with this beat, yeah, I'm like Ali in his prime. These boots become my ring, every day I'm fighting for my life. All of the blood, all of the sweat, so many rivers I have cried. Resurrected by this music, enemies thought I had died. I murdered them, killed them with kindness. I got kids to feed, nobody's gonna stop me from grinding. The Creator before me, then who shall stand? I'm not scared of you, sorry, I fear no man, cause I've fallen down. I was helpless like a babe. They see me crawling, but now they see me. Yes! Are you ready? After 3. Are you ready? 1, 2.
I get knocked out, but I can never get. There's never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I can never get. Nobody can keep me down. I get knocked out. You get hold me down. You get hold me down. Hey, you get touch my crown. Are you ready? I get knocked down, but I can never get. These are never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I can never get. Nobody's gonna keep me down. I get knocked out. You get hold me down. You get hold me down.
You can't keep the brother down.
You get hold me down.
Next
one. Gonna keep me down.
7 times you fall, 8 times you get up. Greatness is the goal, good ain't good enough. Yeah, the heart inside my chest beats like a Congo drum. And when they ask me why I'm tough, does that Africa? Hurted them, kill them with kind. I'm cut from the cloth of a king, you should call me your highness. Creator before me, then who shall stand? I'm not scared of you, sorry, I feel you. Are you ready to say I get knocked down? Are you ready? Make some noise if you're in for O.U.R. Okay, make this one really big. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I get knocked out, but I can never get. These are never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I can never get. Nobody gonna take me down. I get knocked out. You get hold me down. You get hold me down.
What? Ready?
I get knocked down.
I can never get. No,
These are never gonna keep me down. I
keep me down. Come on, clap your hands, everybody. Come on, clap your hands, everybody. Come on, clap your hands, clap your hands. Come on, gonna keep me down. Say yo, say yo, say ho. This is never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I can never get. This is never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I can never get. Nobody can keep me down. I get knocked out. You can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. Then I take my crown. I get knocked out. I can never get. This is never gonna keep me down. I get knocked out, but I can never get. Nobody can keep me down. I get knocked out. You can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. You can't hold me down. This is never gonna keep me down. Make some noise for O.U.R. Yes!
Love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. We love you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you so much. Thank you. Sorry, Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming home, coming out, donating, spending some time with us. Clean your crap up, make some donations. Go give your kids an A, take a hug. We'll see you next year. Peace.